Hit it, Logan.
It's After Hours with Mariah and Ty.
Your weekly download of their extracurricular activities. Powered by Adult Source. Goodies for grown-ups. 100% Canadian owned. Enjoy.
This week on After Hours with Mariah and Ty. Maybe we can get the set element. I don't know. I want a tuna sandwich.
You get an egg salad tuna, like, club sandwich, that'd be sick. Like, okay, dude, we'll work on it, I guess. I don't know.
Would you like a Pokemon card from Sam? You can't take them off. I'm sorry. You got to wear them while you eat. They're your eating shoes specifically. We're back. Episode, I think, 126. And
congrats.
A dear friend of mine is joining us back again on the podcast in the Two Timers Club. Hooman Hodaie of Hodaie Enterprises.
You're my guy.
I don't know. I feel like I've known you since I've lived in Calgary. But before we catch up and see what's going on, let's crack these. Rascal Japanese lager from, I think, Yellow Dog makes this.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yellow Dog is in Port Moody, BC.
This looks good. This is great branding. I love how beer cans look now.
I know. Beer cans can have a lot of fun with their branding. Ooh, do you like a Japanese lager? Like, what's your go-to? Are you like a wine guy?
We talked about this last time a little bit. I'm a little selfish in that my friends just toss me. You know, I have a beer friend, I have a wine friend. You know, whatever. I only know tequila. So you being a beer friend have brought me a delicious beer here today, and I'm fired up about it.
You know tequila, eh?
Yes, I love tequila.
Is the Rock's tequila any good?
It's not bad. That's like the reality of it. It's not bad, but it's not like The Rock's doing it in his garage, right?
Well, yeah.
That's kind of the other thing. Like, it's a super legit company doing a great tequila, and they're like, you know how we sell
slap
more
your
of
name
these?
on
Yeah,
it.
you know what we could do, and so it's not bad, but it's never going to be like, I mean, it's kind of like wine, right? It's like, what do you like kind of thing.
Is it like a higher end tequila, or is it like a mid-level tequila with The Rock's name just slapped on it?
I think it's a mid-level with his name slapped on it.
I think that would be
to price it at a higher level. Is
yeah,
my
the
guess.
thing is, there's a mid-level tequila is not a bad tequila. There's so much tequila out there right now. You know what I mean? I'm a little wary of like celebrity endorsements in general. I feel like. I don't know. It feels a little weird. It's just hard for me to be like, yeah, man, you're just spending all this time tasting all these different tequilas and like that's the one. It just really feels like you got an email from your manager and it was kind of like, this is the move, and you said, okay, like that's what I'll do.
So when you say you're like a tequila guy, like, do you mean like you're sitting at home just sipping a tequila
Not
on
at
ice?
all. No. If we're getting drunk, I'm gonna drink tequila.
Okay.
Like that's kind of. I listen. I'm not.
I
that,
just asked.
I'm not that classy.
Well, some people sit there with like a single ice cube
Sure.
and like tequila, and they just sip it, and I'm like, that's wild.
That's what my dad does.
That's the thing. I respect those people too much. They know it a lot more than I do. I'm just into the process. I like how simple it is in a way, and pretty much again, even that I'm getting recommendations from people much smarter than me who drink it a lot more. And also, tequila's tricky because like the really, really good stuff, this is where it's kind of different from wine, will be really expensive. So it's like, how much are you willing to spend or whatever?
Yeah.
It's always nice when someone else is buying. And
Producer Logan had someone buy him an expensive tequila.
And
It's like
that's the way to do it.
$150.
That's the way to do
tequila,
it.
and he
Probably
said
the
it was-
best tequila he ever had.
Yeah, we've heard about this tequila like multiple times from him, and I'm like, I
That
get
is
it.
the quote-unquote problem with it, is that you can only make it in so many places in Mexico where it's registered as tequila, and then once it is tequila, there's only so many ways you can do it so it's perfect, and then once it is perfect, let's say, you're going to charge all the money in the world for it.
You know
So
a lot
it's-
about tequila.
Oh, dude, there's some specialty
Enough.
stores that you
Yeah.
can go into where like they just sell like tequila and high-end spirits, and like $250 is like reasonable for them a bottle.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, that's multiple days of work. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, whereas like wine, the same guy will be like, oh, well, this is like $55 and it's fantastic. And you're like, oh, okay, I can maybe make that work. But yeah, it's tequila gets expensive quickly. More Diet Coke than any sort of liquor for me.
Man, I'm a
In
Diet Coke and
general.
energy drink guy.
Yeah,
It's funny because I feel like I barely even like introduced you and how we know each other. Because I've known you like since
I mean, hey,
I moved
we're
to Calgary.
rolling,
You are in the Two Timers Club now.
Oh, it's
the
a
After Hours
pleasure.
podcast.
It's an honor.
But you're an entrepreneur, I would say, in the city here. You have like a group
that.
with your friends. One of your businesses is located right down from us. Element Café has definitely fueled us And I don't know, that friendship kind of began organically because I never even
Yeah.
told you what I did
No.
or who I was.
No, I was just.
It was months of me just coming in and saying hi and chatting you up or chatting
How
up
many
whoever
years
was
ago was
working
that?
at. Oh, dude, coming up on 4.
4 years. That's early, man. You were there early. Like we're 5 years old.
I know.
You were there early.
I've tasted almost everything you guys have put out for for the bakery. But what else?
Yeah.
What else do you got going on? You know, because I can chat your ear off about your coffee and
Oh, yeah.
all that. But I know you've been extremely busy.
Yeah, it's been weird since the last time I was on the show. I think this is the first time where it's the first time where I'm not at Element full time, and it has been kind of a weirder experience in my life because the first 4 years and 10 months of the business, I was there almost every single day, especially on weekends. Like it felt like Braden held it down during the weekdays in the morning with like more of the corporate people, and on weekends when the families and stuff came in, I felt like I was always doing like a tight stand-up routine or whatever, like just keeping people entertained when I was busy. And so it was a lot of fun for me. And realistically, we had to expand, and to expand, one of the best advice we heard was you have to work on your business rather than in your business. So us kind of sitting there serving people coffee is fun, and it kind of brings that vibe. But really, if the business is going to grow, we have to learn what that is, kind of turn it into like a magic potion, and then feed it to our staff so they can also do it, and we can go focus on other things. So with, of course, the leadership of our entire team, we've been able to kind of make Element steady and stand on its own 2 legs. And we've opened our bakery now. It's almost 3 months old.
You can shout out the name of the bakery.
Yeah, Eclipse Bakery out in Aspen Landing there. So come and see us. We're open until 7 days. We're open until 7 days a week. And yeah, it's been fun, man. It's been cool to see we can do 2 brick and mortar locations without too many struggles. It's already on its own 2 feet. So 4.5 years versus 3 months, big difference, obviously. And now we go right into building another Element location, and that'll be in Royal Oak. So that'll be, we're waiting on building permits. So I could come back here in 6 months and be like, we're still waiting on building permits. But as soon as those come in, the deal's through, we're good to go. So that's for sure. And then I can confirm there'll be several Elements in the Alberta region.
Why? Well, that's exciting.
That's crazy.
It'll be very
That's
fun.
crazy.
Yeah, we've had a lot of requests from and I'll say it controversially, dear friends up north in Edmonton. I think it's time to build a bridge and close this gap between the north and the south.
I'm from there. I know. People.
I know,
I'll
and
hook
that's
it
what
up.
I'm saying. We'll hold up like the flag together, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Little peace offering. Why not? That's crazy. So why Royal Oak to get started on the second one, and why was it Element and not the bakery?
That's such a good question.
Are you more passionate about the coffee?
That's a really good question. That was a good question, man. I appreciate that. That's why you're cheers. Consummate professional.
This guy comes prepped.
Dude,
I come
unbelievable.
late.
He's got notes on his lap. You can't see it.
I do have notes on my phone, but like I don't know. Once you
No.
sit
It's honestly,
down, I'm like,
it's
I
a
don't
great
know.
question because that's the first time I've been asked that. The bakery is what you would call like a mega center as far as a bakery goes, whereas it's thousands of square feet of just prep space and a tiny little keto area for like front of door sales, and that's because 60 to 70% of our sales is happening wholesale and like distribution, and also in this future prep for all these elements that we have planned. So I would say in like a visualization kind of way, Eclipse is going to be every city or province will need 1 Eclipse maximum. And then everything can be shipped to all these like distribution centers, which are Element cafes essentially. The reason Royal Oak really matters to us is because Royal Oak is, and without giving too much of it away because I can't, but Royal Oak is owned in a very unique way. So there's a very small group of people who decide like who comes into Royal Oak and does business there, which to their credit is why there's so many cool businesses in Royal Oak, and you get all this diversity and like all these unique things because everything that comes in gets this really intense exclusivity for Royal Oak. So when you got the 1 Starbucks up there, that's kind of it as far like the landlord goes, we have a cafe. But there's been so much requests recently, but now they haven't had the space to bring a cafe in, and we work really closely with Evolve Strength, which is one of the fastest growing gyms in Canada, and they have this massive over 1,000 square foot front of house space in their gym up there, and we came to an agreement, and that's where it's going to be. We're going to have our own entrance, but also in this nice collaboration with that company.
There is something about like a gym and a cafe that just seem to work out. I remember back in the day, like a couple of years ago before COVID, because I don't know how many of them are still around, but I remember like rock climbing in cafes for some reason. That was the thing.
Yeah.
So maybe you are tapping into something there.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah, even when you come out of M&P, which is like pretty close here.
The giant, the juggernaut.
Yeah,
The
they
juggernaut,
have
absolutely.
they have a cafe in there as well. So you finish up your like, exercising, whatever you're doing, and then you're a little gassed. You're like, oh, I'll take a coffee before I go.
Totally,
Boom,
especially if
easy.
you walk there, which a lot of people at M&P I feel like do. And it's also like we always forget because we're thinking of ourselves going to the gym, whatever. But like, how many people are in the area dropping their kids off? I'm speaking of Evolve specifically for a strength and conditioning class because they have these youth programs. And where's mom gonna sit for 30, 40 minutes? And what are the odds this gym has seats? What are the odds this gym has a nice coffee, let alone anything at all? And then we're gonna have fresh food, smoothies, stuff like that, and these really unique.
So you're gonna have a
concepts.
different, like doing different menus.
Completely different menu. Yeah, it's gonna be the same coffee base and the same whatever concept of vibe, but the health level goes one step up, and we have really unique ideas to offer over 150 flavors of protein shakes for people, and you don't actually have to commit to buying yourself a tub of protein. You come up to the bar after your workout. What's up, boss? Beep. This is my membership. Give me the scoop with the banana and the this and the that and the that. Turn around, talk to your friend for 5 seconds. It's ready to go, kind of thing.
I do love going to the gym and then hitting up a cafe, and maybe we can get this at Element. I don't know. I want a tuna sandwich.
Yeah.
I love a tuna. You look at me like I'm crazy.
Man,
I think a
that's
cafe
the first
tuna
time I've heard
sandwich
that.
is my
but you're right.
favorite thing.
I think
I've
a
got a
deli
crazier
tuna
one, but
sandwich.
yeah,
is,
like
Sam's is crazier. Give him yours.
Oh, mine's an egg salad.
I feel like the profit margin on
I
those
agree
two
with both
sandwiches
of
must
you.
be good, but like
They're great.
you have to make a nice version of it.
You've put me in a tough spot because I have to admit I like both those sandwiches, yet we don't sell either of them. And now I'm thinking about it.
Is it tough to keep like
Not
egg
really.
and tuna? No.
It's like, and we have nice bread. Why
have
don't we
great
offer it?
bread.
There's something about it, isn't it, where we, I guess it feels not special enough, but there's something about the True Hearty Classics that sell really well. The other problem we have specifically in Element for the tuna, I have an answer, is that the smell. Because
true.
we don't individually wrap our sandwiches and they're made fresh daily.
The egg sandwich is also going to have
We
a
don't
smell
sell
as
that
well.
either.
Okay?
Yeah,
I think the
absolutely.
egg
We don't-
sandwich is going to
yeah.
be worse.
It is what we do offer that on our
Me and
catering
Sam are
menu,
like, hey,
yeah.
come on, get these stinky things.
Yeah.
We want Element
Logan's
to smell
chiming in.
like
Yeah,
egg
Can you
and
guys just
fish.
hit like a sandwich shop and leave me alone? That'd be
Logan's
super
like, can we get
sick.
a blue cheese one going?
Dude, yeah, that's so funny. Yeah. Yeah.
Those are
Do you
like
guys
a-
want a donut or something?
We're like, no,
Jesus.
no.
Egg salad and tuna.
Egg salad, tuna,
Dude, if we
blue
could get
cheese.
an egg salad tuna like club sandwich, that'd be sick. Like, okay, dude, we'll work on it, I guess.
Dude, all the muffins would just smell like egg.
That's what's
Oh.
up. Yeah. But just for you guys, we'll name them after you with like the Instagram handle. So
Hey,
they can come
Ty's
after you.
tuna, alliteration. It works.
It's a little suggestive.
Sure. You know, whatever. Maybe I caught the tuna. Who knows? I was out working the high seas of Calgary.
Yeah, man, the Edmontonian who came to Calgary, the tuna
There's tuna in
fisherman.
the Edmonton in the river there.
Yeah,
For sure.
I honestly forgot you had a river in Edmonton for like one full
No,
second.
you don't swim in it. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that
yeah.
much. Okay, it's
Yeah,
not
man.
like the rivers here in Calgary.
Oh yeah, the pristine rivers. You can't even see water in the weekend. There's so many people on tubes.
Oh my gosh.
But it's nice, I guess. It's a good vibe.
It's
Do you go
cleaner.
tubing? You go tubing on the river?
If I had a free weekend, I would go.
Yeah?
I think 2 years
chill
ago
out.
I did, and now I can't go anymore. I'm too busy. Too busy all the time.
You're a big tube river guy.
I'm not an outside guy.
He's actually allergic to the sun. Fun fact about Sam.
Yeah.
I love that answer.
I'm so
much.
pale, so-
dude. I mean, that's not the answer. You just put on sunscreen. You just don't want to be outside. I
he's-
love that.
he's actually
I'm
allergic.
actually allergic. Like I actually have
Really?
like a disorder.
Dude, we should hang out more. That's such a good
Yeah.
excuse for me to not go outside. I'm like, dude, I'm hanging out with Sam. It's
Can't bring him out there.
You know how it is, dude. We're gonna have to play video games and order food, I guess.
Yeah.
Ugh.
My girlfriend's like, oh, my little vampire.
Dude, that's awesome. That's
yeah,
what a
like-
good quality to have in a friend. I would love
Also,
to stay
my
in.
skin is gonna be beautiful because
Dude.
like no sun damage.
Dude.
Like I
We find
go
out he's
out there.
62. he's
actually older than
he's
me.
been running the camera since they were invented.
All right, Sam, you got to flip those cameras, and we'll be back with more with Hooman.
After Hours with Mariah and Ty.
We're back, and After Hours with Mariah and Ty is brought to you by Adult Source Goodies for Grown-Ups, 100% Canadian owned. They're also our sponsor for one weekend only. Register your name now. Hooman, did you enter?
Dude, you know what's crazy? I made a bunch of fake emails so I could enter a bunch of different
Oh,
times to
okay.
make sure
That's
I
smart.
won.
That's clever. That's
Yeah,
clever. Hooman Hodaie, he came
Yes,
up
sir.
again. He already qualified, but I'm sure.
It's like,
Give him another room.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a little block party.
Hooman Hodaie. There's a lot of these guys. They're so similar.
Hooman also, I think, like the reason we probably became friends was like we both like the footy.
Yeah, indeed.
It's so like here's how it would go down. I
Just
would go
me
in
and you,
there.
evidently, in the city. I feel.
Yeah,
like.
well, I would come in and I would wear like a soccer kit, a cavalry or something, and then you'd be like, "Oh, I like the footy as well," and then I learned more and more. Through
That's
each
definitely where
visit.
friendship started. 100,000.
Yeah.
And Football Manager.
And Football Manager, I got
That's
you
right.
addicted to that game.
You got me. You.
I don't think you're allowed to play it anymore.
Man, I by myself. I've like set rules for myself. There's like seasons I'm allowed to play that game because you ruined my life.
There's a new one coming out, man, and let me tell you,
Oh, I'm aware. It's all over my page. I have to get rid of Instagram.
it's
I need to get rid of all that.
gonna be addictive. But you are a big, you're a Chelsea fan,
That's the only way to be.
and you're also a Cavalry guy and a
fan,
Wild
of
guy as well.
Of
'cause
course,
we
though,
got-
Wild amazing. I love that we got a women's team now. Love the stadium they're playing in. Such a fun team to watch. I was actually going through their roster, and there's so many college prospects that have come and are playing for the Wild now. So I'm not associated with the team at all, but go watch the games, man. I know you've been a few times. I think it's a good time to go out there. And Cavalry are lads.
I think we're a footy town.
Multi-time champions, whatever. It's now who's counting. You know what I mean? It's they're just running it. CONCACAF soon. We're gonna give it another try. It's hard, man. CONCACAF's hard. It's not fair, but
Are you gonna go to Vancouver for the World Cup? I feel like that's something you would do.
So I'm gonna go see the World Cup.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to go to Vancouver and see the World Cup because I think it's going to be unbelievably inflated. I'm thinking like Mexico City, which will also be expensive, but at least I'm in Mexico City kind of thing. That's my...
Make a trip out of it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if I'm doing Mexico City, I'm doing that like boy math where I'm like, well, then I'll hit LA and see like some Rose Bowl games, and then I'll go down, you know. So we'll see
That's
what
this
happens.
guy seen Oasis like the other day. He went and saw Oasis.
You
and
saw
then-
Oasis?
And then he
Yeah,
swung that
that's
into
sick.
going to see the Blue Jays with his girlfriend.
Damn, that's called a 2-for-1.
Yeah. Oh, I
Hell
love trips
yeah.
like that. I do that all the time.
Why
where I
not,
book
though?
like
You're
a
already there.
concert and a sporting
Dude,
event.
it
You
actually
got
justifies the plane ticket a lot more for me.
But I feel like
And the hotel
going
and
to
stuff.
cheer on Canada in Mexico, that'd be intense. Going to
Are they playing in Mexico?
That's what I was gonna say. There's a world we're only playing in Canada, right? Like, because I think that's how it works. 'cause
Is it
we're
how it works?
I think we're a host nation. So I think and don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of the deal.
the host
right?
nations
Like,
only play
yeah, I
where
mean,
they are.
Can
Not
you imagine
until-
if we in the
until the
group
medal
stage?
round,
Yeah, in the
yeah.
group stage, I
Okay.
imagine that's guaranteed. The 3 games. Surely 2 of those are in Toronto, and I imagine 1 is in Vancouver. But I'm guessing like that'd be silly not to, because I think that's how you sell tickets. But regardless, I don't even care who I watch. Like that's kind of my.
You'll go
thing.
watch any. You'll wear neutral colors.
Have you tried buying tickets for the next year?
Nope.
It's unbelievably painful.
Yeah,
Like,
I heard,
it's really painful.
I have a couple friends in Vancouver, and they go watch Vancouver FC over the Whitecaps.
Sure.
Because they're just like, well, it's still within like FIFA rules, and those players will get called up. But I don't want to spend because apparently a Whitecaps ticket can be pretty expensive.
Well, now
Yeah.
they got Thomas Muller. Now it's gonna be very expensive.
You act like you don't like you are locked into footy more than you pretend.
I
to
love
be.
footy, dude.
Like
I'm
so,
locked
do you
in.
get up like because like
It's the only. Okay, I'll say this, and this is.
like do you wake up for it?
You're gonna hear my friends groan through the city just off the vibe of this. I pretty much only watch footy, and none of my friends watch it. I'm the only one because the Flames. Everyone's talking about the Flames, so I'll watch the Flames games when the season's on and whatever. But once it's over, it's over. Give me the check-ins, whatever. But for like Chelsea, for example, there's no over. Like we could
It's
have
going
2
all the
points.
time.
29 games into the season, and I'm still rooting for the team, kind of thing. So I'm obsessed with footy in general because I think the business side of it really fascinates me too. A lot of like what I do with work is because of this childhood like kind of obsession with the way like football works and the business of it works.
Oh man, the Premier League was made to sell
I'm
advertisements.
obsessed.
It's
I'm
amazing.
just obsessed, and I know it's dirty, and FIFA's dirty in general, but like the business of it, like the concept of the business, is really interesting.
New
to
kits
me.
every season, Sam. You would be dead.
Think
I'd
about
have no money.
Chelsea. No jersey sponsor. That's just a call. That's a gangster call. It's
That's wild.
$75 million a season, pounds a season.
And they don't do it?
They said no. It's not. We want it to be one of our Clear Lake Capital's subsidiary, or else why would we? That's such a crazy thing to say. I mean, it's free money on the table, and then another team. You know what $75 million would do for the Whitecaps, for example?
Oh,
like,
wow.
You know what I mean? Like, it changes other teams. So, how there can be such a discrepancy of money, but then you're watching the Club World Cup and like
That's
the
how I
Menzies
also-
almost beating Chelsea. Like, that is the beautiful game. Like, I hate to be all cheesy about it.
I
but,
got
like,
into it because of how
pretty
much
sweet.
money was like involved, and I was like, anything where like you're
Well,
buying a player.
Who do you root for?
Cardiff City, baby.
No, they're huge.
They're in League One. Top of the table, though. We're coming back up.
For the viewers who don't watch footy, League One is Div 3, okay? They have fancy names. It goes Premier League, Championship, League One, League 2, and then it's pretty much
They're
men's
coming
league.
back.
So they're between men's league and where Chelsea is going to
They're in the middle.
predictably win.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's where
They
they're
were
at,
doing
yeah.
really well, and then
Yeah, just to be clear.
they just
But
I-
they're awesome. Yeah, shout out Wales. Why do you like them again? Talk to
I'm
me.
from Cardiff, Alberta. They're named after Cardiff, Wales. So it's like the same thing. I found that out when I was younger, and then I remember like I read about it. Cardiff, Alberta is a small place.
That's an outstanding. That's
a-
like someone, you know how there's like a Calgary in Scotland? That's like some random Scottish kid being like, dude,
Yeah.
I love the Flames.
Dude, there's
man. I
gotta
just
be
can't
someone
get
out
over
there
the
who's
Flames."
probably in-
That's
is there
a
a
beautiful
Calgary in
story. I'm
Scotland?
going to chirp you less.
Is there a Calgary in Scotland?
There's a Calgary in Texas.
Okay.
Can we get some eyes? Is there a Calgary? I think there's a Calgary in either Scotland or Ireland as well.
There's gotta be.
Scotland.
Yeah.
There's got to be a
there you go.
Scottish Sam out there who's got all the jerseys. So
He's
at
like,
one
I
point-
love the Flames. You know what I mean? 'Cause
At
it's
one
like-
point-
That's so funny.
How many Flames jerseys did you own?
It's like over 30.
Damn. Are
Yeah.
you diehard, would you say, at this point? Or are you like
Yeah.
really more into the jersey?
He had to sell them.
Yeah, I had to
recently.
sell. I don't have space for them anymore. I like moved out of my parents' place where I had
adulthood
this
sucks.
big
Yeah.
friggin' closet. Now I have like a dresser.
Dude, honestly, you should have just. Dude, you should have kept them.
That's what I
I'm
said
gonna say.
too.
I'm gonna say.
I
I'm
was like,
trying to
you
look
should've
nice
kept
about it.
them.
I'm like, you should have kept
And
them.
I was like, could you imagine?
I
if
would
he
have kept
was-
them in my house for you in a box, giving them back to you in like 20 years, dude. When you got the man cave, dude. It would've
If
been
he was
sick.
into footy though, he'd be so fucked. 'Cause,
Are
like,
you buying replica jerseys, or I hate to
No,
blast
like
you.
on ice, like either like game worn or like on ice.
Did you
jerseys.
make a profit selling them?
A lot
Not
of
that
them,
I'm-
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic.
He
okay.
like got
That's
into
okay.
it.
All right, now
he
we're
was
talking.
like,
all right.
I knew that people like did this. Like, this is gonna sound so lame. I knew that people would like buy action figures, I guess.
Sure.
And like flip them on eBay, and like there's like a whole world of that goes on. I did not know it was so intense with the jerseys until
Yeah.
I saw him working from here. People are coming in here buying jerseys. Packages are coming in here. He's running like a separate business.
It's fun though, right?
At
It
work.
scratches a certain itch for me too. There's
Yeah.
something about the.
He's also a baseball jersey guy too, which
Sure,
is like
baseball
a little more
jersey is
dangerous.
arguably the
They're
only
cheaper.
jersey that looks good on its own, worn out.
Yeah.
with like a shirt.
It's true.
NFL jerseys are like bottom tier. I feel like you
Yeah.
never
Way
wear those
bottom
out.
tier,
Oh,
like
they're bottom
super
tier,
trailer
scraping the
trash, but also
barrel.
like fun. But yeah,
You don't want to wear that out anywhere unless
But-
like you're going to a Hudson's.
The tough part for me is like a lot of the game worn stuff. It's like I don't want to wear it.
Yeah.
So it just like sits in a closet. Like I can't even really have fun with it. Like it's just
You just look at it.
but that's sick though.
That's
like
like-
I
that's
get
like
that.
grown
I
men with
walk
their
by,
action
dude. I
figures,
couldn't
you
agree
know?
more. You walk by and you're like, he wore that. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Like
That's
I have
sweet.
a Goudreau game worn jersey. I won't have it for like too long because it's going back to his family. But
Good for you.
yeah, but like it's like one of those jerseys where like I look at it in my closet, I'm like, that's so cool, but also like I want to touch these with like gloves on. Like I don't want
totally agree with that
yeah,
statement.
Like,
I don't think that's like lame or whatever. I think it's like that's the respect it deserves.
Would you like a Pokemon card from Sam?
What is that an offer? Are you offering me a Pokemon?
Yeah.
I do have Pokemon cards at
You're
my
gonna give
desk.
me-
so
Are
we
you?
can-
Do you collect properly? It's lost on me a little bit. I was super into Pokemon.
Yeah, I was really into
it.
it, and then it got to the point where like if I go to a Walmart or a London Drugs, I can't buy any.
I feel like it can
Right,
get
right,
you
right.
because
They're, like,
like the business side of it is so wild of flipping those
Nah,
things.
I don't care enough about
He
flipping.
opened
Yeah.
a pack in front of me or something, or like on camera. And would you pull like a $1,000 card?
Pretty
yeah,
sick.
I pulled a Charizard out of
That's
like
pretty
the like
sweet.
151 set, and
Right.
like I did it. I had my girlfriend like set up and like filming it, like through my hands or whatever, so we could get the view. And I like as soon as I knew it was that, I just started shaking. I'm like, oh fuck, like I know what this is.
Unreal.
Shit.
Do you still have it, or
Immediately
did you
put it
sell it?
down.
I
and
sold
go.
it.
I would also
Yeah,
sell
yeah.
it right away.
I got
Yeah,
a,
you
I got
gotta
like
get it.
$9.50 for it.
And so
so
you
There's
went-
also a real possibility this is a bubble. I feel that way.
That
We
was
saw it with
exactly what I
shoes. Like
felt.
I did it during COVID with shoes. It was a lot. That was thrilling because first of all, I got the shoe in hand. It looks sick. I get to see it. Whatever. And then I get to sell it to a guy for like triple that price. I'm like 21. I'm like, this is a good profit. Whatever. And then I saw that bubble crash. And now I'm like, oh, I should have sold everything. Like, that was silly. So people are like, you have a nice shoe collection. It's like, nah, I just didn't sell in time. So now I have all these shoes around.
Do you remember like the Ben and Jerry's like dunk?
Of course,
thing
came
that
in a
they
big ice cream can.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
did I get up at 3 a.m. to get in that line virtually? Oh my gosh, no shot.
yeah, like, and people like will like be like all like walking down the street wearing them. I'm like, you're wearing like a $1,500 pair of shoes.
How do you
I
feel
kinda
about
like
that? Do you
that.
feel like
I
I was
like
gonna
that.
say that's the 50-50, right? Do you wear it or do you not? I'm kind of with you that you don't, but it's like, then why'd you buy? I'm with the guy who buys the real one and then, you know, grails it, puts it away, kind of thing, and then buys a replica and then rocks it in the street saying I got one at
Every
home.
time I get
back
a
that.
nice pair of shoes, Mariah would be like, "You better spray them, and clean them every day." I'm like, "No, f that. Like, I'm gonna wear these
Wearing the
things
D
in."
Wades is sick though.
These are- this is like-
that's a cool move.
And
That's
it's a new
90s
company,
move that I back
so
from you.
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
wait. Hopefully they do well. I don't know.
Let me ask you something sports related before we move on from
Sure,
sports.
sure.
I've been thinking about this recently. How do we feel about jerseys with like, and in terms of wearing them and going to a game with the name of the player on the back of it?
Can be cool.
Yeah?
Depends.
Give me an example. Like, is that are we like that's cool, or are we like, nah, you got to just have just like the crest? You know, I'm not gonna have a.
I think like I remember
The argument I've heard is I'm not gonna have a grown ass man's name on my back. This is what I've heard. I don't want to hear what you guys think because I have a take on it.
All right, here's my theory. I was at an Oilers playoff game years ago, and we were all in the bathroom, or whatever. And one man walks in wearing like the Todd McFarlane Spawn made jersey, and on the back it's Georges Larac, like not a star player, just like the, I guess like goon,
Yeah.
fighter. And everyone went, "That's the coolest shit ever. I
True.
love it." I
I
also
hear
wore
you.
a Paul Correa Mighty Ducks knockoff to a bar one time, and someone bought me a beer. So
That's
it
pretty
paid
cool.
for itself.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's a good one. I think you can do whatever you want. That's my take on these kind of things. It annoyed me that people said that. I was like, man, if you want to wear a Cole Palmer jersey, wear a Cole Palmer jersey. And
Did you buy
this
a Cole Palmer jersey?
Here's the crazy thing. I'm the kind of guy who, personally, I don't like the name on the back. And it's for no reason other than I'm a thrifty guy, and there's every world Chelsea sells the player.
Would you
Like, and
would
that
you
annoy
rather
me.
have a player's name or your own name?
I think you gotta have player's
Okay,
name.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this on record. If you get your own name, you get your own name. I'm not saying your like aunt got it for you because it was cool. You went as an adult and got your own name. I need an explanation if you're my friend.
That's pretty wild. Yeah.
I need an explanation. I need to know why, who you think you are, what made you do this.
Okay, before we
I-
get off it, I gotta tell you when I worked in.
He's
when
gonna
I,
be like, I have three.
Well, no, when I worked at Winnipeg, I wonder if I can dig up this photo for the podcast. There was a man who had a Jets jersey, and I took a picture of it because I said like we need to get this guy in the game, and on the back it said like his dental company, and like the
sick.
year it was like founded, and I was like,
there's like a law against.
I was like, I guess you got like some advertising.
They're just using the Jets logo to sell their.
It would be like if you had a Flames jersey and it said like Element Cafe 17th Ave, like.
That'd be pretty sick, actually.
Oh, dude, that's so cringe. You
I'd
can't
like
do that.
it. I don't
Element
know.
with the 17 under it. That's cool if like the team is like
Gifted
gifting
it to you,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's sick. I mean, that's like
If you're doing it yourself, it's a little different.
It's so different because you know you paid $300.
Yeah, oh
There's just
yeah.
no reason for that.
My
Like,
one thing about putting a player on the back, I feel weird putting like these kids who were drafted in like 07 or something, like they were born in 07 on the back. So I think like if you're getting a jersey with a guy's name on it and he's older than you, it's
Yeah.
cool. If you're getting like your latest top prospect, no, like stick with your era, you know.
That's
like,
dude. That kills me. You say that. One of my best friends hits up our group chat when we drafted Sven Berchi, and he goes, "Look what I got!" And it was like the afternoon after the announcement, and he's got the Flames retro at the time. It wasn't a regular with the Berchi 47 on the back.
yeah.
Man, I think it was within X amount of months we traded him to Vancouver, and he still has a Sven Berchi Flames
still got
jersey.
it.
It's like, what are you gonna do with that? You know what I
Just
mean?
wear
We'll
it.
buy it.
But
Yeah.
but now like 10 years later, it's kind of sick. Now you show up with a Sven Berchi jersey to a Flames game, they're like, that guy is the most
Every
diehard.
once in a while, there is a guy you'll see in the bathroom or whatever, and they're wearing like.
The Georges Larac.
Yeah, or
And
like
he's getting a free
Flames,
beer.
Flames
Yeah.
equivalent would be like you see like some of these guys from like the 04 runs. You got like one guy wearing like a Jamie
Jerome
McLennan
Iginla.
jersey.
Oh.
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like Turek is always
yeah,
like one you
Husalis
see.
or whatever. Like,
Yeah, and you're like, Yeah, you know what? That's pretty cool. Like, you've had that jersey
Yeah.
for like 20 years. Like,
And then you have the guys who have the Yager jerseys. It's like mint. It's like, okay. I
bet
that
you
one I
have
got
one.
to an extent.
oh, I got one done literally like the weekend he signed, dude.
That's cool, though.
I
'cause
worked at
it's
Sport
Yager,
Check and I had access to the heat press, so I just did it myself.
You have a couple jerseys with your name on it. There's no way you have heat press.
I
He's got a
have-
Jays
There's
Phelps.
no way, dude. There's no way.
I have 3 Phelps Blue Jays jerseys because a guy named David Phelps pitched for them.
See, now that's genius.
That's
And
sick.
how
That's the
short- how
workaround.
short was he
That's
there
called a
for?
workaround.
Yeah.
That's what I like. No one's named Hodaie 15 on any team ever. Okay, let's just call it spade.
When the Flames sign Hodai, I'm
Dude,
gonna be like, you gotta get him.
that young Persian hockey prospect from fucking buttfuck Ontario. Yeah. All
They
those
got
guys
him.
out there. Yeah, it's him. It's
You,
him,
you gotta
yeah.
get the jersey.
Yeah, well.
And now it's time for Mariah and Ty's game of the week.
Mariah and Ty's Game of the Week.
It's a game of Would You Rather. We actually took a big break from it, and we just are coming back to it probably now. I think, did you play Would You Rather last time?
Oh, yeah, we did. Would you rather smell bad or be dressed like a
Oh, yeah, Civil War.
Civil War? It was actually really funny because we were trying to discuss if it was Southern or Northern Civil War soldier. And that was a bit of a debacle. It was fantastic. One of my favorite parts of that episode, for sure.
Okay, this one's good. You guys both get to answer. You can ask questions afterwards.
All right.
I didn't come up with this.
All right.
Would you rather have to carry a live goose under your arm at all times, and if you put it down, you're cursed to smell like rotten mayonnaise until you pick it back up again?
So many layers.
Or wear a pair of shoes that teleport you 3 feet in a random direction every time you eat?
Oh, I'd take the goose, man.
Terrible question. I would.
Because think about it. Like,
I didn't come up with the question. I'm
so
sorry.
Do you know how big a goose is? That's my first thing.
That's a
goose
big-
is
that's
huge.
dude.
yes. So it would suck, and also it's a live goose that has a
Right.
mind of its own. So
Right,
like, if
right,
it
right.
chooses not to want to be picked up, you
Yes.
probably just smell like shit. But the other side, imagine if you're like at Niagara Falls, and
Be
you
a bad place
just
to
you
eat.
just have a snack, and you're teleported over the falls.
Could you
Sure,
take
they-
the shoe? I love asking him questions about this. Could you take the shoes off to eat?
Is
Is that on the table?
You can't take them off. I'm sorry. You got to wear them while you eat. They're your eating shoes specifically.
Does it teleport you once per meal, or just like every time you bite?
Every time you swallow, I would assume.
Oh fuck!
Yeah. So you
I'm
have the
just-
satisfaction of eating it.
I'm just one biting hot dogs. Like just trying my best.
Dude, you're
Like,
just like
oh.
glitching out everywhere. You're just like,
If you're on a road trip, you're not eating. You know, that's all I'm
Dude,
saying.
that's-
If you're flying, you're
Can you
definitely
drink,
not
though?
eating. Drinking's allowed.
could you drink a smoothie and that counts as a drink?
goose.
A smoothie, I suppose.
See,
would
the
be
thing about the
okay.
goose is my girlfriend would leave me because she hates birds and especially geese.
Yeah, you'd be on your own, but you'd be married to the goose now.
Is that part of the deal?
In a sense.
I have to like have relations
Yeah,
with
no,
the
you don't
goose.
have relations.
Like, that's
You just
feels
you
like I
know?
could just hold a goose.
You're just
Like, I
holding
don't-
the goose,
Well,
but
you're
like-
saying you're with the goose now.
Well, like you can't put it down. So-
Also, think about how bad your
crazy,
your
I
bed
don't
would
know.
smell at night, because otherwise you just have to like coddle and cuddle this
maybe
goose.
that's the only time it's helpful. You know, it's like a
Not to
teddy
be
bear.
dark, but could I just hold it by its neck? Like, is there a hug motion that's required, or could I just?
It has to be under your arm at all times. So like you're palling around, you know, like this. I would assume,
You need like a custom face guard. Like,
like this.
Yeah, that thing is gonna eat your face.
that thing's gonna peck your shit for like
Well,
the first 3 months.
It won't peck your shit.
Yeah, I love how he checks the phone. Like, there's 3 paragraphs per scenario.
It's super
like,
in depth. It says won't peck your shit.
dude, it won't peck your shit. I mean, I guess I have to carry a goose. The other option sucks.
Yeah, the other
The
option,
eating
like,
Guys, I would take the eating
Have
one.
you
wanna
eaten on
know
a
why?
plane before? You know what my problem is? I'd forget.
I would also just become a magician.
Wait,
like
so-
I'd be like, guys, watch this. I'm gonna
Could this-
eat a sandwich and
What-
move 3 feet.
question: Can it teleport you outside of walls?
Yes,
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not. I'd take the goose.
because you don't want to be in the sun.
Well,
Wait, it can or it can't?
It can.
yeah. So if you're like in the window seat on a plane,
It's
you
over.
You're fucked.
Even in your house, like if you live in an
even-
apartment, it's a dark time. You have to eat in the middle of the
Yeah,
house.
you got
every
like a
time.
15th story,
Dude, it's crazy.
like,
You're falling off
apartment,
the
you're
20th
like,
floor of the
I
gallery.
like the idea of like eating a sandwich on a plane and you don't die, but like you get teleported into the like on top of the person next to you.
Would your friends judge you more if you teleported randomly when you were eating with them, or if you had a goose all the
Like,
time?
imagine being on a first date, being like, "Do you want anything to eat?" No, I'm okay.
But also,
I'll
like,
eat in the
would
middle
you
of my
get to a
apartment
first
later.
date if you had a goose?
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there.
Someone out there.
Someone married a roller coaster. I was reading about.
Yeah,
So
true. We can make it happen. I mean, yeah. I kind of.
we'll
You
see
also-
at the footy. You're holding the goose. You're chilling.
That's true. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. You could be the social media personality guy, you know, the goose guy, or
You're gonna
whatever.
turn into a thing like, I'm the goose guy. I have a
yeah,
goose.
God, I hate those guys.
Like, I guess,
All right,
like-
I guess you could do that.
In a situation like, say you were having a snack at like the radio board in here.
Yeah.
You have one bite, and then you walk back to where you were, and then you have another bite, and then you transport.
See, I think you guys are both snacking too much. I think that's something
I mean,
to
that's-
note.
that's
Like, I
probably
think
it.
you got to stop in this world. You have to stop
Yeah,
snacking.
you're not eating it-
You're
you're not
doing
eating any
one
chips.
giant swallow or two
Yeah.
giant
That
swallows.
hot
a
dog's
day.
going in one bite.
Yeah. Like, you're gonna mush all the food you were gonna eat for lunch, and then try to do it in one,
Yeah.
and then eat shit into a wall, and then do it again. and
Popcorn at a movie, it ain't happening for you.
Could
Yeah,
you imagine?
yeah,
You'd just
done.
be blipping around
So
the
you
whole
guys are both
theater.
going with the goose.
I'm gonna hold a goose.
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
name
that-
it Maurice. You know, we're gonna have a good rapport. You know, it's gonna be comedic timing.
I feel like, yeah,
girl-
like
my
the-
girl will leave,
just
whatever.
the whole thing about like teleporting everywhere. If you had a multi-swallow snack, would be a problem.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
gonna go with the snacks though. I think I could turn that into like a successful magician career. So
That is true.
that's my go.
It would just suck for your personal life. I feel like you'd be really skinny because you probably wouldn't eat
Both
anything.
of these
right?
would be dope
the new
until
diet
you're alone
plan.
in the shower wondering where it all went wrong. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you gotta shower
Yeah,
and
you just got a goose. Like, I hate my life. I hate my life. Well, I guess in the shower you could put the goose down because you smell like shit. You're in the shower.
Wait, so does
There's
the
a
smell
technique
disappear when the
here.
goose like is back in your hand? And
Yes,
you're back
Sam,
to, all right,
obviously.
cool.
Oh, okay. So you can kind of just leave the goose when you're at home. You just can't live with anyone. Is kind of
You know,
the
I feel
catch.
like in radio, when you're alone in a booth like that,
Mm.
it actually might work to have the goose. You know, the goose can just be like what Dwight is for you when he's here.
And he stinks. So, anyways, your camera's dying. We're about to get out of here. I give the beer a 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed this Japanese lager. What about you, Hooman?
It is really good. It is quite good. And I will give it 9.5 out of 10 just because we always leave room for Rascal too. But this is delicious. It was really good. Thanks for having me, boys.
Thanks
This
for coming
was-
back.
This was a hell of a time. We had a lot of fun this time. Not so serious. Having a great time. And yeah, can't wait to join the 3-timers club soon.
It is exclusive. There's only 3 people or 2 people in it right now.
Well, make some room because I'm a big guy. You know what I mean?
He's trying to get in. Where can they find you on social media?
Guys, if you want to shoot a follow, who's._.who is the handle, but go ahead and visit Hodaie.ca for all your business needs. Fill out a form. We said last time you get a free lunch. The deal still stands.
Really? So
we
I
got
can
a
just
bunch
do
of people
that?
reach out last time. Several lunches were booked, so we had a really good time, and a couple businesses coming to life off that. So make sure you reach out, HODAIE.ca. And make sure to subscribe. These boys have great episodes every week, so get after it.
I love this guy. I'll see you at Element soon, even though you're never there anymore. Bro.
I
You're
won't
busy.
be there, but I look forward to seeing you around, buddy.
I just can't wait for winter to come, man. I want some coffee. I'm tired of the
I
sweat.
got you.
So,
I appreciate you, man.
bye.
You've been listening to After Hours with Mariah and Ty.
Powered by Adult Source. Goodies for grown-ups. 100% Canadian owned.
Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast and have the new episode of After Hours with Mariah and Ty downloaded weekly to whatever device you use.